Hi everyone and welcome to Kidz Love Art. My name is Denise and today we're gonna recreate the Dubai Skyline, originally created by me. What you will need for today is the Kidz Love Artbox, available on kidsloveart.com. In this box you will find our pre-sketched canvas, 7 colors of paint, 3 brushes, a big one for all the big areas, a medium one for all the blending, and a small one for all the little details. What you will need extra for today is a kitchen towel to dry your brushes and a jar with water to rinse your brushes. And that's it. Happy painting everyone! So we are gonna start with the background, and in this case it is the blue sunny sky of Dubai. We will take a big brush and then what we are gonna do is to create a light blue nice sky. So you mix white and blue together. I'm gonna just make sure that I have a lot of the same color, just like this. And this is what I'm gonna apply from the top of my canvas all the way down. You can keep your strokes mainly horizontal, just like this. So now we come to the Burj Khalifa. Now what you do for those outlines is that you go until the outline. So rather touch with your brush the outline than that you stay away from it. So don't stop here. And what I'll do for this is that I will go all the way like this until the outline. All the way. Touch the outline. And then again, on the other side, I continue again. Just like this. Now we kind of make a silhouette of all the elements what we're going to see here in the sky. Very, very easy. Another thing that I do as well is that I paint the top, the side and the bottom later of the canvas as well. And this is because once your canvas hangs on the wall, it will be nice from every single angle. That's what we're going for. So the sky is in now, it's a nice blue sky, and what is missing is the sun. So it shines in Dubai almost every single day of the year. So we need to make it nice and prominent in our canvas as well. What I'm doing now is I'm mixing an orange color. I mix yellow and red together, and to create an orange, which is a secondary color, I'll add a little bit of white, and this will be the basis of our sun. Now with a medium brush, I apply the paint. So what we do is we're gonna hold the brush really close to the bristles, just like this. The exact same way as if you would hold a pencil. So like this, you're gonna hold the brush, and then if your canvas is dry, rest the palm of your hand. Otherwise, mine is not dry yet, and otherwise just try to do it as neat as you can. Now we're gonna create a cityscape today. We're gonna create Dubai as the skyline. Did you know that in 1991 there was only one tall building, and now, years later, we have over
400.
I won't say 4,000. And now we have over 400 tall buildings. How incredible! That makes Dubai the fastest growing city in the world. Can you imagine that only years ago this was just still only a desert, and now we live in a metropolitan. And I'm really proud to be living here. So cheesy. It's like American Ed. I'm so proud to be an American. Okay, so now the background is in, the sun is shining, we can move on to all the buildings. Are you ready? Let's go! So now we're going to create all the buildings on the skyline. And how we're going to do that? Well, by using a lot of color. Follow me. So I'm going to start with creating an orange for this little building over here. How to do it? As mentioned before, we add yellow and red. How to do it? We add yellow and red together, like this, and just apply it with a medium brush over here. Very, very easy. I extend the color towards the side. So the first building is done. Now we're gonna look at all the buildings individually. So the next building we are gonna fill with any of the colors you love. As you can see, I've split up the building in lots of different sections. And with that, every time you're gonna just switch to another color. Let's have a look what I'm gonna do. So here, the first section will be a dark blue. So I'm just gonna take the dark blue with my medium brush and apply it on the canvas. I add a little bit of white, but this is not to make the blue per se lighter, it is to make sure that the blue will cover the canvas. Now I might need to switch to a smaller brush, because it's very, very detailed. So the first section is, for me, blue. Are you choosing the same color or are you gonna go for something else? Or are you gonna do something else? Next up is a yellow color. So yellow and white mixed together. And with a small brush, we just apply carefully a line below the blue. Why I say carefully is because we don't really want the blue and the yellow to mix. So we want them to be all individual colors. Now the next color, I'm gonna create a green, or take the green. We have green here. Green is a secondary color. If you now don't have green because you didn't order our Kidz Love Artbox, then how to make green is by adding blue and yellow together. Everyone from Kidz Love Art, you all have green, so that makes life a lot easier. The next color I'm gonna create is a purple. By now, you all will be experts in mixing. I'm gonna tell you that already, because we're gonna mix so many colors. So purple is also a secondary color, and how you create it is by adding red and blue together. Add a little bit of white, and you can see the beautiful purple coming. So the next color will be pink. So I'm gonna mix red and white together to create a beautiful light pink. I'm just gonna apply it here. So all the colors you love, all the colors from your own imagination, we're gonna apply here. Now this painting is originally inspired on Paul Klee. Paul Klee was a really well-known artist in the 20th century, and he is known for all his vibrant colors, his dreamlike imaginary scenarios, and his abstract way of depicting an image. And that's what we're going for as well. So the last thing of this building is this little spike at the top. I always think, I'm not really sure if this is true, I always think that that spike, or the spikes on any of our high buildings, because in the night you see it blinking, and I think that is for airplanes to warn that there is a big building. I could be completely wrong, but this is what I tell my son. So the next one up is the Almas Tower. What we're gonna do, again, we're gonna create lots of different color variations. I still have here a little bit of my pink left, so I'm gonna start with that. If your pink is dry and you can't remember how to do it, it's red and white mixed together. So here, in this little triangle, I'm just gonna add this with pink. The next one up is again yellow. I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of white. So we have a nice light yellow. And I'm just gonna add that here. Then we have orange. After this, now I'm gonna add a light green. And we just add this here. Are you loving all those rainbow buildings? I love rainbow colors. Do you? Now I'm gonna add a nice orange color. So now another yellow color is placed under the orange. And then the The last bit is a light purple. So we still have purple here. If you can't remember, purple is a mixture between red and blue. Do like this, a bit more. And we add this purple here. So the almost tower is in, really well done. And now we're gonna extend our rainbow colors in the next tower. I'm gonna start with a nice pink color. So below the pink, I'm gonna apply a darker blue color. Darker than the sky, this is important. Like this, very good. So now we have our first triangle coming up. So first at the top part I'm gonna add the orange. And below that I'll add green. Do you know what orange and blue are from each other? They are complementary colors. And what that means, it is that if you place orange and blue next to each other, they actually enhance each other. That means that the colors become stronger and more vivid when they are placed next to each other. It's really spectacular how colors can do this. And now we're gonna create the pink color. And the last bit of this painting is the yellow spike on top of the building. So now we're gonna paint the biggest building in the world. It is the Burj Khalifa. Its height is 830 meters tall. And if you view the Burj Khalifa from the top, it actually looks like a desert flower. Really beautiful. The first color, what we're gonna create is a pink. So I'm gonna put that here at the top. So what to do for all these outlines, the same as what you've done for the sun, is again to hold the brush close to the bristles, rest this down, the palm of your hand on the canvas, in the same way as if you would write your name, and then just easily drag the paint down. Every time when you see that it's a little bit pixelated, so that means that you can see lots of little white spots, it just means that you need to fill up your brush with a little bit more paint. You will also see that I add a lot of texture, which means I add a lot of paint onto my canvas. Because I love texture and also it makes painting just a little bit easier. The next color is the blue color what you already created before. It's slightly darker than the sky, but still blue with a little bit of white mixed in. My next color is the yellow. So again, I've added yellow and a little bit of white together. And I place it just below the blue. And now I'm gonna add orange below the yellow. And as you can see, we split up this beautiful Burj Khalifa in lots of geometric shapes. And that will give it a really nice, almost cubistic feel. Cubism is a style in art where everything, every form is broken into geometric shapes. And by the use of lots of colors, what we do, we kind of create our own fantasy skyline. Beautiful. So now I'm going to apply the purple and next to that a little bit of pink. So the next color here, I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow, and next to that a hint of green and a hint of orange. So the next color in this triangle, so this section is split into two triangles. The top one I'm gonna do a dark blue. And the bottom triangle I'm gonna create in a nice orange color. Again, by bringing the two complementary colors close to each other. And the final color again is gonna be the nice dark blue, and I'm gonna place that over here. Well done on the Burj Khalifa. Now next up are the Emirates Towers. These are identical towers and facing each other. So we're gonna start with a purple color, red and blue, and we create this spike. Now below the spike we're gonna create a nice darker blue color, just the same as what you've done there as well. Then we come up to a triangle. So for the triangle we're gonna use both green and orange. And the final part of this tower will be yellow. So we add yellow and a little bit of white, nicely apply it onto the canvas. So we start here with the yellow spike, followed by a nice pink triangle. Below the pink will be a section of orange, and this big part will be a dark blue again. So the next tower is called the Princess Tower. On this Princess Tower you first find a circle. This circle I'm gonna create in a yellow color. Now the next section is blue and this small part here is pink. So now we're going to create two triangles again. The top one will be green and the bottom one will be purple. The next two colors are yellow followed by pink. The next building is the Dubai frame. The top section here I'm gonna fill it with orange. So the next colors on this side are pink, green and blue. Now on this side of the frame we have green, purple and pink. So the next one is the Burj Al Arab. Now what I missed in this painting, and maybe you already saw this, I missed to fill this in the blue sky color. So luckily I have still a little bit left, and otherwise it's very easy to recreate because it's just blue and white. And here I'm just gonna add the light blue sky color in the window of the Burj Al Arab. Now this is done, now we can move on to the actual building. So I'm gonna start with a yellow, bright yellow spike. And then this part will be done in green. Now an interesting fact about the Burj Al Arab is that the form and the shape represents a sailboat. So here you can see the sail from a nice boat. Pretty amazing. So the next colors are blue, yellow and pink. Oops! I added yellow where the blue was supposed to be. Silly, silly me. But you know what? It doesn't matter at all. I'm gonna let it dry and then I'm gonna add just blue on top. And I'm gonna tell you that you won't ever notice that I made this little mistake. So do you remember that I added yellow instead of blue? Well, the yellow is dry now, so I'm gonna just add the beautiful blue. Ta-da! No one will ever notice. We extend this a bit because this is the platform. This is the nice platform of the Burj Al Arab. It is the helicopter pad. So the next colors are blue, pink and yellow. So blue and pink for the triangles and yellow here for the rectangle. So now we're ready for our last building of the skyline. It is the Museum of the Future. So what I'm gonna do, I'll add different colors again. So here we start with green, then a stroke of pink, and then another section of green. So below the green, I'm gonna add a section here of yellow. Here a nice, vibrant color to finish our buildings. So here the last colors are orange, pink and blue. Orange first. And blue on the left. Followed by pink on the right. Well done on your skyline so far. It looks incredible, I'm sure of it. I love all the rainbow colors and I cannot wait to go to the last section of this painting, which is all these colors at the bottom. So now we're at the final stage of today's painting and we're gonna focus all on the bottom part of this canvas. So the colors what I'm gonna focus on first are blue, what I'm gonna place here, purple here and green here at the end. The next colors here are yellow, and again green. The next color combination is pink at the top and orange at the bottom. The colors in this section are green, purple and blue. And the next color is pink here on this entire block. the final colors of today are orange, yellow and green. Well done on your beautiful masterpiece. I hope you love your Dubai skyline. Ta-da! And I am really happy with my colorful rainbow skyline, the place I'm living in right now, and I hope you like yours as well. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe below. Thank you so much and see you very soon again. Bye!